concerns land, specifically the history of race and land ownership in America. A history that has many horrifying chapters, pretty much from chapter 1, when America was discovered from under other people's feet. In fact, it has so many horrifying chapters that some have nearly been forgotten, like this piece of local history that recently made the news.
In Manhattan Beach, California, a house on the sand can cost up to $20 million, and Anthony Bruce's family used to own 2 oceanfront lots.
I should be a millionaire standing here talking to you today.
More than 100 years ago, his great-great-grandparents, Willa and Charles Bruce, bought the land for about $1,200. They built a resort called Bruce's Lodge.
The Ku Klux Klan was involved in harassing them.
They burned a cross right out here.
And when that didn't drive them away, the city government decided to take the property under the guise of eminent domain.
Wow. So when the cross burning didn't drive the Bruces out of town, the city called in a lawyer to finish the job. And that tells you a lot about how racism in America works. Sure, the vigilante racists are spooky, but you've really got to worry when the motherfuckers with advanced degrees show up. What Manhattan Beach did to the Bruce family was clearly unforgivable, and to its credit, the city seems to be trying to reckon with how to deal with what happened, although it is also placing some pretty hard limits on that reckoning.
The council did authorize spending $350,000 on art to commemorate the family, and this week voted to acknowledge and condemn what happened, but chose not to offer an official apology.
It's awful. It's wrong. We're not that community now. I wouldn't live here if we were a racist community, and my friends and neighbors would not live here as well.
Okay, couple of things there. First,
Yeah,
Manhattan
right.
Beach's population is only 0.5% black, so even if you are not that community now, you don't look unlike it. And second, if you took something worth $20 million, $350,000 just doesn't cover it, especially when none of that money went toward the family you stole it from. There is pretty obviously only 2 ways of making this right. Give the Bruces $20 million or give them their land back.
Period.
And incredibly, the latter might actually happen,
Period.
because LA County, which owns the land, recently released a plan for returning it to the Bruces, which is, to put it mildly, about time. It's literally been called Bruce's Beach since 2006. Is the apostrophe S a fucking joke to you people? It indicates possession. So the story of Bruce's Beach might actually end with something approaching justice. Land was taken away, land is given back. And I want you to keep the elegance of that solution in mind as we talk about a far more insidious and widespread form of wealth appropriation, and that is housing discrimination. There is a long history of it.
This boy goes in. So yeah, I just want to make a point. You know, we make a big issue about the invasion that came from Europe, right? And we want to make these people like this situation, right? Okay, so how do you account for all of the in-house tribal wars that were going on also before the invasion? Understand that there were in-house, inland tribal wars going on before the invasion. So understand. So let me ask you, do you think it stopped? Do you think these wars stopped? Do you think these tribal, because I'm going to tell you, there are some tribes that swore to go at war with these other tribes. Yeah, so what's really going on?